Hi viewers, welcome once again to Biama TV. Today we are going to talk about couples and phones. Couples and phones. It's a content that a friend of mine suggested to me. And I think that we need to talk about it because it's really eating into marriages and relationships. Why are we talking about couples and mobile phones? Now, you will just attest to the fact that we spend more time on our phones than spending time with our partners. We spend more time with our phones chatting than spending more time with our partners. And it's something it's really breaking a lot of marriages because we don't have time with each other as it was years back. Let me give you some scenarios. Even when you are in a kitchen, your phone is just by you. When you are even on a bed, you are holding your phone. Okay, you just cast your mind back. That like those who have married for some years now, the time we're spending with our partners years back and the time that we spend with our partners now. Even sometimes when couples we are having a conversation, we are still having our phone, looking at what messages or who is chatting us. My dear, I think as we are advancing in technology, there are certain things that we need to be cautious of. Yes, we need to be cautious of, especially our young ones. Okay, men spend time on their phone, but I have discovered that women, we spend more time on our phones than our men. Okay, yes. So what am I talking about? We should have time to spend on our phones. Okay, and we should also have time to spend with our wives or our husbands. The time that we need to spend with our husbands, we have to put the phones aside. Okay, especially our young ones. Don't let the phones be take too much time that you spend with your husband. Yes. You see, I'm talking from an experience, okay? Yes. when my friend suggested this topic to me, I remembered something. My husband sometimes will say that, hey, you are always on your phone. You are always on your phone. So it's a problem. If it's not a problem, we wouldn't talk about it. Okay? It's a problem. The moment he says that you are always on your phone, it means that he had observed you for some time and realized that most of the times, instead of even looking into his face, you are looking onto your phone. And when it happens like that, it lowers the communication. It lowers the build-up communication that maybe you have built for years. Okay? Because he or she knew how you started. And now the changes that has come. So please, especially our young ones, for you started your relationship with technology, chatting on WhatsApp, making calls. You know, even now we don't even make calls. Okay? And your husband will not even complain about the calls that you make, because you don't spend much on phone like making calls, but we spend much time chatting, always looking at what somebody has sent to us without paying attention to our partners. And it's creating, you see, I'm talking about it because it is creating problem in our marriages. Okay? It is creating problems in our marriages. It's like we don't spend much time together we spend more time with our phone than spending time with our partners. And you know, the relationship grows when two of you are able to what? Share, communicate, be together. Okay? Even sometimes when you are even in a room watching television, instead of both of you just concentrating, watching whether movie or whatever, one person will be chatting on the phone, whilst the other person is watching the television, watching the TV or movie or whatever you are watching. So please, okay, it's a concern, and you agree with me that we are all at fault. I'm also at fault. Yes, I've told you that. I'm also at fault. So this video will just what? It will ginger me to be careful with what I do with my phone, especially when I'm with my mom. Okay? Yes. I should know when to use my phone and when to spend time with my husband. And I think that we all have to take a key from this. We all have to take a key from this. I'm not saying that men don't chat. And you know, men like attention. Especially he's talking to you and you are looking at your phone. No. So it's like now we are seeing the social media, our phones. When I say so, I mean the phone that we use to chat and do other stuff. We are seeing it more valuable. We are valuing that more than our partners. Okay, and that's what we have to take notice of it. That's what we have to take. I mean, we have to take a key from this. Please, let's reduce it. We can't say we will not chat. No. We can't say we will not chat. And even when we are even chatting and even we invite other party into it, it becomes conversational. Oh, darling, somebody has sent me this message. Let's look at it together. Okay, let's look at it together. It means that you're sharing whatever information that you are looking at. But even when he's talking to you, your mind, he's talking to you, you are nodding your head, but your mind is on your phone, or whatever you are seeing, or whoever you are chatting with. So please, the technology that has come should impact positively into our lives. It should impact positively into our marriages, our relationships, but not to harm it. Okay? Not to harm it. Because if you don't spend time with your wife or your husband, and he goes out and somebody gives him attention, what happens? Okay? Yes. So that's why it's important that we talk about this. Couples and phones. Couples with their phones. You may even, some people even have, let's say, about 2 or 3 phones, and they are all on WhatsApp. So he takes this one, check whatever message he's having, take another one, look at the message that is on it. So he doesn't even have time for anything. Even sometimes when you're feeding your child, the phone is just closer to you. You want to know everything. I mean, you don't want to mix anything even within a second. Please, let's adapt the habit of, having time for ourselves, for our partners, for our children, and a time to look, and time for our phones. Okay? Now we are in technology. There's no way we can do away with our phones. No, we can't do away with our phones. The social media, we can't do away with it. We have already become addicted to it. But let's manage it. Okay? For the sake of our marriages, let's manage it so that it won't create problems in our marriages. Okay? You are cooking and you are chatting. How can you cook fast for your husband to eat? Everything that you are doing, there's a phone aside. There's a phone beside you, and you want to see everything, like everything. I know what I'm talking about. Even when you are on a bed, you still want to see what's on the phone. Okay, so please, let's adapt the habit of knowing the time for our phones time to spend on our phones, time to spend with our husbands or wives. There are some men who they are always on the phone. They are men. Even when the wife wants to talk to him, he will tell her, hold on, I'm on my phone. No. Okay? You're on your phone. So it means that you follow that phone more than your partner? No. So please, okay, let's learn to manage our time so that we can build a healthy communication in our relationship. But now the communication that needs to let our relationship grow is dying. It's dying totally. Looking at my face, you looking at my face and talking to each other is dying. Even when your man or your wife is talking to you, you are still on the phone chatting. You bend your head chatting. So please, it's high time we should value our marriages, the other partner than our phones. Okay? Yes. As I said, some men will complain. Like I told you, my husband will say, you are always on your phone. Hey. So it means that indirectly, he's telling me something. So I have to be wise. I have to be wise and manage it. You may be in the same situation. Okay? For you, maybe your man will not talk about it. He will just ignore it. Or your wife will not talk about it because the moment he decides to talk about it, you get angry. So she will not even mention it. But within her, she doesn't like what is going on. She doesn't like that attitude that you have adopted. That you spend more time with your phone than her. You spend more time on your phone than spending with your partner. No. So please, let's change from this. Thank you very much for watching Biama TV. Please subscribe, like it, share my videos, and pass comments. Thank you.